Hey everyone, my name is Jason Skipton. I'm the Executive Director with Growing Gardens. First off, thank you all so much for participating in this innovative Chef in Your Garden dinner series, especially this one. This is the first time that we've changed our ticketing price and also our procedure to really welcome in perennial donors. So really, thank you all so very much for doing this, for signing up to be perennial donors at giving at a monthly level. It really is a huge support for us as an organization, as our work and the food system work is happening 365 days a year. So thank you. We are in our Chef in Your Garden fall series, and Chef Thuy from Mama Dut is putting together this amazing basket, really, of celebrating the Vietnamese Moon Festival and the mid autumn Harvest Festival as well. So very special menu items that you all have in that bag that you picked up. Moon cakes in particular are really hard to make, and Thuy has put a lot of love and attention into this basket. So huge thanks to Chef Thuy for partnering with us, but also specifically picking this date to share with you all amazing culinary recipes, but also this experience of Moon Festival. So, you know, for folks who maybe this is the first time being a part of this is really our engagement with the food system as an organization, really partnering with chefs and farms. So a big thanks to Mora and Catherine for providing amazing produce for Chef Thuy to be able to put into this basket. There's also drink partners that we have as well. Wild Roots is amazing partners for this dinner as well. So is Wilderton, which is providing non-alcoholic distillates for folks who would like to really look at an amazing product. That's a non-alcoholic product here that's produced in Portland as well. Go Box. So for folks of y'all who are new to this, check this out. You'll see a flyer in there, and all of the boxes that are in there, they're this that kind of greenish color, almost transparent color. Those are containers that are reusable, right? So those go back to any local New Seasons. There's also going to be a link in the email about places you can then take these containers back to. So these are things that you would rinse out and then get back as quickly as possible, please, because it's really about that reusing in that cycle of this, right? So it's not about keeping it and using it yourself or recycling it. It's really about getting it back into the system so the next restaurant can use it. And it's really about reducing our waste, but also really increasing our sustainability. So big partnership with GoBox, also a big partnership with New Seasons, who is then working with us in GoBox to then have those containers. And they have a site there. Each location at New Seasons is a site to then get your GoBoxes back to. So huge thanks to those folks as well. Masa Fresh, take a look at this in your basket as well. So this is $5 off your next order. This is actually $5 right here, so use it, right? So Masa Fresh is this amazing company. Also two Vietnamese American women who have launched this online farmers market, right? Which really are engaging with farmers and consumers like us who then want to have fresh produce year round. Amazing program that they're doing. Thriving Design is also a great partner for this entire series, and they're really looking at revolutionizing gardening through, they're called Seed Bites, these clips that you can make trellises and trellis systems out of them. Our dinner sponsor, Evo, a big partner for this dinner, is coming together, outdoor store here in Portland, so check them out as well. Also to Richard and Helen Phillips Foundation for providing a lot of support throughout this entire series for all of our chefs. And to Paul and Susan Jane Brown, who have been amazing partners for multiple years, but in particular for this series as well. So hopefully you're already getting into the bag. There's a playlist. Really think about that as well. Freeform PDX put together a specific playlist with Chef Thuy specifically for Moon Festival. There's a video coming up next of Chef Thuy and like why this basket and why this menu is so important to her and her business. So thank you all so much. We have one more dinner coming up in October, but thank you all so much for being a part of this series. It means so much to us, and welcome you all as perennial donors into the Growing Gardens family. Enjoy this basket. Take care.
My name's Thuy Pham, and I'm the owner and chef at Mama Dut. Well, I started Mama Dut last year during the pandemic. After quarantine hit, I was put out of a job as a hairstylist, and I started making vegan pork belly, and I live streamed it on Instagram. And after I live streamed it on Instagram, I had a lot of interest, and that was what gave me the idea to, start slanging pork belly or vegan pork belly until hopefully like the pandemic ends and I can go back to work as a hairstylist. But, the pandemic, as we all know, dragged on a lot longer, and my business just with Mama Dut just took on a life of its own to the point where I felt like I couldn't go back to work as a stylist. And I opened my first location last November. And so it'll be almost a year, and I'm looking to open my second location on Alberta here, coming soon in 2022. The work that Growing Garden does is really important to me. I think it's really important to the quality of our food system, and I feel really strongly and passionately about finding better equality within the food system, and that's pretty much the mission of Growing Gardens. Whether it be creating, garden beds in Title I schools, or for low-income families, or their Let Us Grow programs where they're putting in gardens in prisons. My family, directly was affected by that. I had a brother who was incarcerated in Oregon for some time, and those gardens when he was incarcerated really made a big difference to him. And growing food and being able to have nutritious vegetables and food is really important, not just to your body but to your mental and emotional health. And so that's why I continue to work and support Growing Gardens. We're so far from an equitable food system that it's really hard for me to pinpoint exactly what would an equitable food system look like. But I think an equitable food system for me is when your community, your immediate community that you're living in is not suffering from food scarcity. When there aren't food deserts, when families aren't having to travel, 30 minutes to find like a grocery store with fresh vegetables and easily accessible produce. That's to me like what an equitable food system would look like. I wanted to choose the Moon Festival date because I wanted to bring more awareness to, Asian holidays and harvest holidays. The Moon Festival is celebrated every year based on the moon calendar at the time when the moon is the brightest of the year, also bringing in a time of harvest. It's a time of celebration and a celebration of abundance. And I feel like it's really important for us to celebrate abundance because I think the mindset of scarcity is what creates like inequitable systems within our community. And if everybody within our community had a more abundant mindset, I feel like, we would have less scarcity within our food system because of that. And there's so many different dishes that is eaten and celebrated through the Moon Festival that I also wanted to take this opportunity to highlight it as well. So my I was born in Southwest Vietnam, in Ging Yang. It's a farming and fishing area. It's along the coast, and along the coast and the Mekong Delta down there, a really popular soup is called Cantu. It's traditionally cooked with catfish and seafood. It's pineapple and tomato base. I wanted to create a vegan version of this because so many Vietnamese people and Vietnamese Americans, I think, consider Cantu as a comfort food, something that really is a reminder, at least for me, it's a big reminder of home, what it is to have real Vietnamese flavors that's really hard to find, in restaurants and offered elsewhere. And so I wanted to feature, a soup that can, highlight a lot of the Asian vegetables that I love, and the flavors that are from the Mekong Delta, where I'm from. I'm going to be using a vegetable called bakha. Bakha is very similar to celery, but it's a softer. It's a little bit softer. It's kind of like a sponge. Think of a celery if it was a sponge. And so when you put the bakha into the soup base, it just absorbs all the soup. So you bite into it and you'll get like a squirt of all the broth that comes out. It's absolutely amazing. It also is pineapple and tomato base, which, you know, tomatoes right now are really booming and just, you know, on a life of its own right now. It's definitely tomato season, so I just felt what better way to like highlight not just produce from Vietnam, but also like stuff that we can grow here locally too. For my dinner, I will be partnering up with Catherine over at Mora Farms. As a Vietnamese woman working in the vegan world, it's been a bit lonely because I don't often see people who look like me being owners and being celebrated for our work and what we contribute into the community. And so when I had an opportunity to highlight and celebrate, you know, first generation Vietnamese women who, you know, is really breaking barriers in farming, it was not a question, you know, we gotta support each other. And so I'm honored to be able to offer produce from Mora for this dinner. So the playlist that's going to be playing for my dinner series is one that I consciously asked to be only AAPI musicians. I hope that the playlist will highlight and honor all the Asian creatives out there, and show that, you know, we're not a monolith group, and there's a lot of intersectionality within us, and that we contribute to American society in a lot of ways. Y'all can find me over on Morrison Street. My address is 1414 Southeast Morrison. I'm open Thursday through Sunday. My hours hopefully will be expanding soon, so you can get updates on my website at www.mamadut.com, or you can also follow me on Instagram at you can follow me on Instagram at mama.dut.foods.
It's always so very inspiring hearing from Chef Thuy and the amount of dedication and energy and detail that she puts into everything that she does in her business, but also with engaging in community and the amount of energy that she put into this specific basket. So huge thanks to Chef Thuy for this amazing dinner, and this introduction for some folks too to the Vietnamese Moon Festival. So really appreciate that. Also, really appreciate you all for signing up to be perennial donors with Growing Gardens. We really, you know, had an ambitious goal of increasing by 100 new perennial donors this year, celebrating our 25th anniversary as an organization. You all, right now, are making our goals possible. So thank you all so much for this. Really appreciate it. We really look forward to building our relationship over these next several months, you know, hopefully a year, if not longer, right? About what we're doing and how we're engaging in our food system. And the important work that all three of our programs are doing in home gardens and youth grow and lettuce grow. So again, thank you all so much. Really appreciate it. Enjoy this dinner. Hopefully you're already getting into it and eating it and got the playlist going. Remember, take the Go Box containers back when you're done with them. Also check out Masa Fresh and all of our amazing sponsors for this dinner as well. And please, after this, go to Chef Thuy's restaurants. Go visit and see what she's doing and participate and engage in the food system that's right here locally in Portland. So thank you all so much. Take care. Bye-bye.